Yeah, I can walk in a more normal way than I've ever done in prosthetics before. This one is probably the proudest one for me. Now I feel like it's just quite seamless. I've been thinking about... Hey guys, it's Izzy and welcome back to my channel. Now I hope you're enjoying the 2 uploads a week. Today's video is going to be the video that I've been promising you about my sea legs. So I have had sea legs now for about 6 and a bit months, maybe a bit more. I got them mid-August last year and have obviously had all of this time to practice on them. Now I've been promising you to show you all of the things that I can do. So in today's video I'm going to be explaining them all, and then I'm also going to include clips of everything I can of what I'm able to do. Obviously some of them I'm not going to be able to include clips because of Little Miss Corona, who's making us all stay in our houses. It's for the best, but I obviously am not going to go outside to get big clips of things. It's not worth it. So yeah, anything I will film will be in my house or probably on my street. So yeah, that's the only other thing in this video that is concerning. So yeah, if you guys don't know, because I always just openly talk about my sea legs and I'm not sure people understand, or some people don't. Sea legs are a type of microprocessor knee. So basically they have a knee computer thing inside them that works to bend the knee. It's very clever. It bends as you walk, if you want to sit down, all of this kind of stuff. If you're more interested in that, then I suggest googling it, because I'm not a engineer. Is it an engineer? Basically I don't deal with that. I'm just wearing them, so I couldn't possibly tell you half the science behind it, how it works, but they're flipping amazing. So I've had quite a few videos on my sea legs now, so I will leave them. I might make a playlist actually so you can watch them all whilst we're all self-isolating. So I'm going to go through a few standout things that I can do in my sea legs and that I want to show you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is basic as it comes, and it is walking. Now I can walk in these legs and I can walk in a more normal way. Yeah, I can walk in a more normal way than I've ever done in prosthetics before, walk bending my knees, and yeah, this is something that a lot of people are like, whoa, but how do you do it? And yeah, this is how I walk in them. So basically how I do it, I'll explain it, but obviously you can watch in the clip. You basically just walk and like normally really. When your foot goes on the toe, it like bends the knee, and then it slowly, as you bring your leg forward, it slowly straightens it and kicks through. So when you go on the heel, it's straight again, and then you can put your weight through it, and then once you go on the toe again, it bends. So it's basically like that. Now sea legs actually have the settings on where you can change depending on like how quick that movement is, the flick through is. I don't know what my settings are on, I just got done to my walking, but they do speed up and slow down if you're walking faster or slower. I found that challenging at the start. If I was walking really fast, they'd keep me going at that speed, so then if I tried to stop, it was a little bit like overwhelming trying to work out how you do it, but I figured it all out now, so that is fine. The next one is walking backwards. Now I think because of the bend in the knee, I found massively that walking backwards is something a lot easier for me. So I guess it's the same sort of principle, but because you have a little bit of the bend in the knee now, which I never had before, the knees just bend, allowing me to do the full backwards motion walking. I'd say this isn't like a normal walk, like a normal person, but it's a lot better and more improved than it was on my blades, so I'll show you that in the clips as well. So yeah, walking backwards, I mean I don't walk backwards very much in life, but if I do walk backwards now, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more normal, I guess. So next one is sitting. So before I would kind of throw myself at a seat, now I can gently bend my knees until my bum reaches the chair. And yeah, this is something that I absolutely love, the feature of it. I found that I don't make as much of a scene going in and out of places, like in a classroom. If I ever walked in a classroom before, you'd hear me like sit down because it'd be like such a kerfuffle, whereas now I feel like it's just quite seamless, gentle, especially if I have a table, because I can like hold onto the table and then like really lower myself. But even without a table, I feel like I've just managed to improve this skill like dramatically. So sitting is definitely something that was so weird at first, because I'd go to lean back, which is something that I would never ever ever do on my blades. That's just something like, just don't lean back. And they'd start bending and I would just be like, whoa, why? How does it know that I want to sit down? But they do. So that was incredible one. Next one is standing up. Now this is the only one of these on this list probably that I am a bit like still like wobbly at. I can do it sometimes depending on the chair and depending on the situation and depending on my confidence at that given moment. But I will include a clip of me actually doing it. I do it a proper way, which you'll see in the video, and then sometimes I do it where my legs are straight and I kind of like push myself up with loads of momentum. Either way works. Obviously trying to just stand up the way in the video is just so like, it's just, it makes me happy. I like that. But that is something that is so flipping scary to just, I think it's weird trying to put all of your weight through like a muscle that isn't there, because you have to kind of do the same sort of motion muscle wise as you would if you did have like your full limb. So it's kind of having to do that, but knowing that you're basically pushing into a prosthetic and a computer, and having the trust in the computer that you're not just gonna kind of like slide and kerfuffle. Okay, the next one is stairs up. Now stairs are going upwards up the stairs. Hasn't really changed since I got my blades. I can bend them a little bit more to make it a little bit easier getting up the stairs, but it's about the same. If you're not aware of how I go upstairs, I'll include a clip anyway, just make sure that you are all aware and all know how I do it, I guess. Because stairs are something that I think a lot of people are like, oh, you're disabled, you can't do that. And I'm like, meet you at the top. That is one that is not really too different from before, to be honest. The next one is going down the stairs. Now this one is probably the proudest one for me, because it's something that I watched my progress of, and I will include the progress videos in here as well. But I practiced on stairs for so flipping long. And walking, I picked it up basically straight away. Sitting and standing, like I could do that. But stairs was something that I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and I just couldn't do it. And I practiced and practiced, and I had 2 physios and a student physio working with me, and it was actually the student physio that suggested that, so you obviously bend in one knee and have the other foot ready to land on the next step down. And I was kind of jumping, but not even realising that I was jumping to do it. Like, why there's so many videos is because we were filming it to show me what I was doing. And they suggested following this back of the step that I was going to, you'll see in the video, with the foot that is about to land. So then I'm keeping back to the step to make sure, like, to follow myself down to land. I feel like I'm making it really overcomplicated, but I can't think of a better way to describe it. You'll watch it in the video. This just meant that I had so much more control and I felt so much safer, and yeah, this really, really worked. I think we was all a bit like, oh my god. And so yeah, that student physio had some really good ideas. So that was the start of me cracking stairs. It was practice, 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 practice. I still don't go down them as like a normal person, but my method in these legs has been so much improved from when I used to wear my blades. So I'm overly perfectly satisfied with that method of going down the stairs. This one is slopes going up. Slopes going up was never an issue for me. It was just like walking, really. Yeah, it's a hill. It's sometimes difficult, but it's fine. Like, it's not really a problem. So that's just something that I just walk normally. Is it more difficult? Yeah, it's a hill, but not really like scary difficult. So that is going up a hill. I feel like that's just something that came with walking and was just like, okay, this is like what you do. And then the other one I've got here is down slope. Now this scared me so much at first because I thought I was going to collapse, basically. I didn't know how to hold my body, whether to lean back, whether to lean forwards, whether to be straight. And the thing is, you shouldn't, like, you can't do any of that. With my blades, I would lean back. With these, I don't think I lean at all, really, because I feel like leaning backwards makes them, like, collapse on me. And our road is, which I'll probably show you the clip on because I can't really go any further, is a slope. And at one point, I couldn't go down this slope. Now, I know it's not a massive slope and I can do bigger slopes than this, but that's just what we've got because of Miss Corona. So, but at first I couldn't do that by myself and I'd be gripping onto whoever I was with if I had to walk down there. Now, as you can see in the clip, I do it all the time, perfectly fine. Round the corner from me, there's a massive slope, which is where I go down if I want to go to my nan's house. I have to kind of cut through there. And that was one of my missions, to be able to do that slope by myself, so I could go around to my nan's house by myself, and I can do it now. Now, the last two are single steps up and down. Now, these are still something that I'm a little bit wobbly on, depending on what the steps are. Obviously, it differs between different size steps, different environments. I may be confident at this size step at home when I'm by myself, but put me in front of 100 people and I can't do it. So I'll show you on our back two steps because we have two there. Luckily, I have the wall to hold onto there if I want to or if I need to. Just a little confidence boost. But yeah, I think with steps like this, 1 or 2 steps, I don't follow any of the methods that I was taught. I just kind of do it and then I'm like, oh, safe. But yeah, these are just other things that you do come across in your life, and I feel like a lot of able-bodied people don't pay that much notice when the floor changes, you know, whether it becomes steeper, shallower, you know, whether it's flat or not, whether there's little holes in it. Whereas when I first started walking on my sea legs, these were things that I've really noticed because I couldn't do it. It was scary. So I've gained a massive awareness of things around me, and I think now I've kind of got confident. I don't really notice things around me. If it's a downhill slope, okay. If it's an uphill slope, if there's a step, I just make sure to prepare myself before the step to make sure I know what I'm doing. So yeah, these are the majority of things I can do on my sea legs. I'm sure there's more, but these are just like day-to-day life things that I need to be able to do, I guess, to live a normal life. To live a normal life as close to other people around me. So they are just why they're in this video, really, because they were like tick off things. They can stay here if I can do that. Really hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know down below if any other videos you want to see, as like I say, I'm off for the foreseeable future, so I have a lot more time to be creating content for you guys. If you did like, then make sure to give it a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!